Hello, beautiful people. Sarah here again with Aire Farms, bringing you another really awesome episode. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I see the questions and I respond as I can. I have learned to go through your questions and create topics so that I can answer on a more general term. Today, our topic is on how to raise many goats on a small piece of land. The first and crucial point that we have to consider when you're thinking of accumulating many numbers on a smaller piece of land is nutrition. Nutrition is very important. We might as well call today's topic nutrition because it's what I'm going to focus on today, and I'm going to show you how you can use nutrition to expand and scale your farm. Once you have figured out your feeding method, you are set for success. We are considering, right now today I'm going to take you through our focus on nutrition. As I showed you earlier, some time back, I showed you that we had planted 5 acres of sugar grass, super napier, and Chloris Guyana. We had a little bit of Chloris Guyana for hay, and then we had also alfalfa. We have expanded our garden. This is our initial one. Guys, look at how nutritious it looks. Look at how healthy. The rains have been amazing. We are happy as farmers. When it rains, you guys in town, you don't like it when it's raining, it bothers you. But for us, when it rains, it's our joy. So look at the benefits of rain. Everything is looking so healthy. Of course, we have our manure, which we get from our animals. We bring to the garden and we put the manure into the garden so that now you can see the results of a really good taken care of garden for feeds. I'm going to show you a little bit more, but the exciting news is God has blessed us with some resources from this same farm. That's why I talk about starting small and scaling. When we initially started, we only were doing free range because I had put a lot of money into buying the land and putting up the structures and setting up manpower and training manpower. So I didn't have money to do the gardens, to plant feeds. Now that business has been moving and God has been gracious, we are expanding. We started with 5 acres, and this is what I want all of us to take away. Let us not be caught in the bubble of, I want to do something massive all at once. No, start small, but with a vision of growing. Because if you wait for a moment, an opportune time, when you have grown, well, when you have enough funds to do something massive, you may never start. So let us learn to start small and keep growing and keep scaling. So when we started, we were doing free range. With free range, given my piece of land, you have only a certain number of animals you can have on that. But now I'm expanding. I have shown you before, I showed you the silos. I started with 5 acres. These are the beautiful 5 acres you're seeing. Right here, we have the sugar grass and super napier on this end. Guys, it's also my first time. I've not been around. So I just came back and I am so excited. It's looking so amazing. So anyway, we started with 5 acres here and now we've expanded. We've added another 10 acres of feeds. And that's what we are talking about with this topic. You can have a smaller piece of land, but grow feeds. so that you can improve your nutrition. The more feeds you have, the more animals you're able to have on a smaller piece of land. On this 10 acres, we have planted another super napier, sugar grass, we've planted alfalfa, we've planted Chloris Guyana. We've planted more Chloris Guyana because goats love, they love the dry foods. So Chloris Guyana allows us to make hay, which gives them that dry matter, which they really, really do well on. So we have Chloris Guyana, and it's looking amazing. Look, let's show them. It's germinating. They planted this when I was away in the US. So it's also my first time to see it. I'm so impressed. Let the cameraman show you the extent of the 10 acres, if he can be able to stretch a little bit. So that is how you can say, you plan yourself. You say, okay, in the beginning, I'll start small. I'll start by free ranging, but the ultimate goal should be to maximize the output of your land. And land maximization is very important, because if I had decided to just keep using free range, there would be a point beyond which I wouldn't go. But now that I'm investing into growing and storing feeds, I know that I can have more animals on this small piece of land that I have. So today I wanted to focus on nutrition as a method that would enable you to have so many animals on a smaller piece of land. Nutrition is number one. Of course, other factors come into play, like management. One, you have to have someone that specifically is managing your feeds. I've got someone specifically, their duty is to take care of the gardens. I have a team that does the silage and hay making, and of course I have other teams that do different parts of activities on the farm. So right now, management is so important. Imagine this was done when in my absence. I wasn't here. But because I have invested in good management, I am able to see growth even when I'm away. So please, when you're planning your farms, when you're planning your businesses, consider investing in good management. Training is important. How you treat your employees. I've shared, and I will still share this, one of my techniques. I want all of us to really embrace it. That for me, with my guys, for every year that a guy stays on my farm, I give them a goat. That has been very, very, very helpful in helping me with reducing turnover, because everyone wants to work one extra year so they can get an extra goat. I treat those goats for them. I keep them on the farm, and they are not allowed to sell them until when they decide to leave the farm. So try to find, you can be creative in your own way. Be creative and find things you can do that will motivate your workers and your employees to stay longer. Because if you have a lot of turnover, then you're always recruiting and always training and always recruiting. So it becomes very costly to maintain your business or to maintain your farm. So today, our topic was on nutrition as a way of improving and enabling you to have many animals on a smaller piece of land. My target, guys, is to have 10,000 goats on this 120 acres. I have planted 15 acres now. My immediate target is to plant 50 acres of feeds. But ultimately, I want to be able to have, out of the 120 acres, I want to have 60 acres as planted in different kinds of feeds, where we are balancing our diet. We have some carbohydrates, we have some proteins, and as I promised you, we are going to walk this journey together. You will be seeing the amazing results that will come out of this. I love you guys. Have a good day.